What's up, guys? Welcome back to another video. We haven't been with the Supra in the last couple days because we were at the drift comp and we were getting ready for that and doing all that fun stuff. But a lot of progress has been done on this, so let me get you guys quickly caught up. We finally got the hubs in that converted the WiseFat.
There's no we. It was all Goose. TJ did it all. Dylan drilled the holes, but TJ muscled all of this in. Good job, TJ.
Thanks, Dad. I appreciate it.
It was all Teach.
We had to get a special hub made for the E90 that converted the E90 hub to a 5x114. So underneath this rotor, there's actually a new hub that is installed. And then we installed the E90 rotors and also put the E90 M3 calipers on the car. We're going to get custom lines made for the calipers to attach to the chassis. I also completed the left-hand side, so both sides are completed. So currently, we're trying to get the dash to go back in. And underneath the dash is a huge aluminum cross brace that Dylan has spent roughly 2 days trying to trim out to get it to fit over this crossbar. I'm gonna show you guys what it looks like. The reason why we're keeping this and the reason why we're spending so much time on this cross brace is because a lot of the plugs and a lot of the support for the dash is used off of this. We alternatively could make a whole bunch of support tabs off of the roll cage bar and do a bunch of custom fabrication, but man, that would take forever because there are so many points of attachment underneath the dash. On 370Zs, it's much easier to just do custom fabrication on top of the roll cage bar. But for the Supra,
hey, whoa, my boy.
That is not the case, which is why Dylan is taking the time to trim this out. This is gonna be like our 4th test fit, so let's see how it fits. Well, do you want to take it out before we... Dude, get your booty out of here, dog. I know what you all about, dog.
What are you talking about?
Calvin be about that booty and face life, though. Oh, yeah, it's hitting right here.
I like eating booty.
Okay.
Whoa, wait, what?
Hitting here. So as you can see,
it's very close.
It's very, very close. A lot of this has gotten trimmed out, which is cool because it's still pretty much just holding the shape that it needs to.
Oh, that looks pretty good. That's very close.
I want to show you guys the newest piece of equipment in the shop, and that is this amazing pallet rack system behind me. This is from LevRack. I've been talking about them throughout the past couple videos. We finally have the somewhat final assembly. I'll give you guys a better tour over it later in the week when we actually start filling it out. But this is a pallet rack shelving system that is one of the coolest things in this shop. As you can see here, you have the infrastructure of a pallet rack, but you have an amazing shelf system that is on sliders. So you can open these things up. All the cabinets are modular. You can choose the height, you can choose the depth of which cabinets you want to do, and it really helps keep a lot of the clutter off the floor and in this beautiful space. And it looks amazing. There's motion sensor lights in this thing. It is so cool. I'm so excited. We're slowly starting to put some of our junk in here to make the shop look just a little bit nicer. Calvin's still doing some organizing. But I wanted to show you guys this because this is something that if you have the space for this in your garage and you want something that's gonna last you, definitely check them out. When I found out who they were, I spent so much time on their website because they have cabinets that are modular. This is a custom setup we did. Or you have stuff that you can simply just order that is like a pre-built setup. But you can choose the length, the depth, the height. So amazing. I'm so stoked on it. It's beautiful, all the storage space. So now hopefully all of this Supra stuff that we have on the ground, we'll be able to get all that off and we'll be able to put it up top, get it out of sight, out of mind. And they also make a bunch of other cool stuff like this table. Dylan has already used it and abused it. It's a standing table on beautiful casters. It comes in a 4-foot option and an 8-foot option. Go parade their website. You will thank me later. I'm so happy to have this. I just want to say thank you, LevRack. They're linked down below. It's baller. It's super dope. And I think that Dylan likes it too.
I love it. That thing's super rad. It scared the shit out of me the other day because I was walking by and I didn't know I had motion sensors and the lights came on.
You're like, what the heck?
Yeah, that thing's awesome. One more trim sesh, but I bolted it in. What? Yeah, I need to trim the inside a little more because if you look, it's captured and I can't roll it down any further.
Yeah. Dude, you're killing it. I'm so excited to see this thing get in. Quicker that goes in, the quicker the actual dash can go back, and then we can start dealing with the rest of the harness because a lot of the stuff still needs to plug in, and we can't do that until the dash is back in.
I'm very excited for this process. This is gonna be the best part. Oh, okay. This is gonna be really cool because all of this stuff. Yeah, no, just play with the garage door, T. Yeah. Just play with the garage door while the camera's running. It's gonna be a super fun process because this will make it look like a car again. And
Dude, are you serious? He's making beeping
pee noises and you're playing with the garage door.
I don't know how to make pee noises. Okay. Well, I don't even.
I just want to tell them that this is gonna go in and it's gonna
hopefully.
look fantastic.
Hopefully. There's a lot to trim. Gotta take out this airbag first.
Can you film his extension game right now?
Well, if I got the other one, I thought it would be too short, so I got the really
Hell
big
yeah.
one.
I like how you put on that big extension, my boy.
I can't reach it from there.
Well, there wasn't a medium.
No, it's pretty deep
There
in
wasn't
there.
a medium one, so I just got the big one.
The coolest shit about spending so much time trimming the substructure is we can put the factory dash back on. Not only that, all of the factory location mounting points for AC, for the stereo, for the dash display, everything all mounts exactly back to how it was factory. So we don't have to worry about all this tabbing structure, which would take 10 times longer to make all of the factory stuff fit. Factory dash panel, it's gonna fit perfect. The column fits perfect. Everything's gonna bolt right on as long as we can trim the dash enough to do it. Okay, I just wanna set it. Let's see where it sits. The A pillar cutouts are gonna line up real nice, and I'm so happy because I'm just gonna follow that and trim it.
We are on an extreme timeline. This car is supposed to be debuting at Grid Life, South Carolina at the end of March. That's in like 3 weeks from now. It has to be picked up by our hauler in like 2 weeks to go off to South Carolina for Grid Life. Man, oh man, I really hope we get this car done in time. I'm not sure if we will. We were supposed to have the car there with the full livery, which we haven't even shown you guys, which we're really excited about, and I'm scared we're not gonna be able to make it. But obviously before it goes to Grid Life, we need to go ahead and test this car. And we have a special wheel that we're gonna be running this year that is from one of Throttle's wheel partners. And unfortunately, we're not gonna get those in time to test the next like week or so. So we have a wheel that we were able to get from Throttle that they had in stock that is relatively close to the size and offset that we're going to be running. If you go ahead and look at the back of the car, right now we have quite the concoction because we have a 15 mil spacer with a 50 mil spacer stacked on top of it. This is just to help us get a better idea of what our fitment's going to be. So the wheel that we're going to be running is going to sit on quite a big spacer. Probably going to get a new spacer made when we actually get our new wheels in. But for test purposes, I'm going to go ahead and mount our new wheels right here. These are some Motegis. I'm gonna put the name of the wheel on screen because I don't remember what the wheel is actually called. This is a 18-inch 9.5 plus 25 offset. We're aiming for like a 22 offset. So let's go ahead. I did say 8.5. Oh, it's an 8.5. This is what our offset will look like. This is what our fitment will look like. And I'm gonna go ahead and throw one of our Nitto G2s on there to get a really good idea of what it looks like. But it's pretty good. So it's a little bit shallow from the fender, but we're gonna be running the Nitto 255/45 that you guys saw us do it at Hot Pits. And that's a really big tire for this 8.5. We're doing that on purpose, so don't comment it down below. But it's gonna actually hang a little bit outside of the track of the wheel. It's gonna be pretty wide. So we don't wanna be too aggressive with this wheel fitment because otherwise it won't clear this. And I know you guys are like, oh, I want to see. This is what it looks like on the front. Now keep in mind, these wheels are just for our testing. We're going to be doing a different wheel at the end of the month that's coming in. Really hyped on this new wheel. But look at that. That fitment is insane. The rotor looks huge. The M3 caliper looks huge. Looks super good. So I'm gonna go mount a Nitto G2 on this thing, and we're gonna test it again on the rear and see how it looks. Dylan, check this out.
Damn, that's a pinch, but that's sick.
We're getting the rollover just sitting on the bead. Look at that.
Do you see the bulb and
See
then
the bulge?
The bulge and then the pinch? Oh wow, I don't want to talk about it too much, but
Just some Nitto magic.
put it up.
Keep in mind the height on the coil isn't set yet, so I don't know how much droop it's gonna have. See that? That's perfect. Ooh, yeah, dude, that sidewall's dope. That's fucking cool. That's awesome.
We just did a bunch of calculations on with pen and paper, and it paid off.
That 3 mil offset difference that we want to do may be too much. What we still have to do is either put the car down on the ground or get a jack and try to cycle the wheel up in the wheel well. This is to see how much camber it has or how much clearance it has, because like a lot of cars, when they lower them, they kind of camber in naturally a little bit. We haven't even set camber yet or done anything, so it's a very loose calculation. But the wheel that we want to do that is still coming in is just 3 mil more aggressive. That might not sound like a lot, but when we are dealing with millimeters, we definitely don't want to screw ourselves. Because when this thing squats, which it will squat a lot, the wheel's obviously going to bury itself in the fender. We don't want it to bury itself on the fender. We want it to bury it beyond the fender. That's so good looking. Wow. Oh my God. It's a chunky boy. Damn. I also want to note, because I feel like some of you guys will just assume that we're gonna be running this G2 255/45 in the front, which we are not. I think At the moment, we're gonna be running a NTO5 235 or 245, landing somewhere between the 35 and 40. It's a much smaller sidewall. So when you see this, don't assume this is what our tire is gonna look like in the front. It's not. Don't go crazy in the comments. I can't wait. Also guys, don't forget that Throttle is our part sponsor of the year, which means everything on Throttle, you guys get up to 15% off. Whether you want a set of these wheels that we just got or you need some basic parts for your car, click the links down below or just use my code TJ Hunt. Save yourself some money when shopping for your next car part.
Sometimes when you're trimming plastic, even using the edge of a file or the back of a razor blade, not just the actual super sharp part, gets the job done and it doesn't catch as much.
We also just got our ECU back from RK Tunes. We originally sent this to him about a little over a week ago because the ECUs that come in the 2022 Supras are actually locked. What that essentially means is in the older chassis, like the 2020s, it's actually easy to tap into the firmware and tune them. And the new ones, they're encrypted, so you can't just plug and play with like an EcuTech and tune it. So you have to get it sent out. Shout out to our boy Jordan from RK Tunes. He's been helping us a lot, and he got this done for us super fast. So I'm gonna go ahead, toss in the ECU while the boys are still working on the dash.
So we trimmed the A-pillar pockets. Came out super nice. It slips in between the down bars really well, but now I have to rotate it downwards. So the only thing I'm coming into contact with now is the door bars come up and then this portion of the down bar. I think this is gonna fit really well between the A-pillar and the down bar, but I have to trim this and I wanna start small and then work my way up. It takes more time, but it'll fit better in the long run. I want to keep as much of the structure as I can, so I'm just going to kind of section it down right here, and we'll see if that works hopefully. We were able to put this motor back in, and these flaps back in, and then this top piece, and then I believe that he put the air temp sensors in here as well. So we pretty much have almost a fully functioning HVAC system, except for these diversion flaps right here, which it kind of sucks because these two vents won't get AC coming directly out of them. But I don't care, because we have the motor for the defrost, which is all I care about, and then the cab will still get filled up with AC.
Papa Dylan, do I have permission to put carpet in?
Oh, no, because
Yes, I give the permission.
that needs to be moved. I'm gonna give you a ride along. I don't know how to control my feet because I'm a random person. Kick, 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 kick. Nothing happens anymore.
Calvin's gonna move that side. I guess I'm gonna do the driver's side. I'll find the pedal, make sure the pedal can go in with the carpet. It has to be out of the way because that will get
People are gonna rest
kicked.
weight on it.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah, but you can't just loosely have that floating there. It has to be like bolted up against something.
you tell me right now, if you didn't see some open wire somewhere, you wouldn't just kick the shit out of them.
You won't. They won't be
You
there.
tell me right now that if
Big moment. We're gonna put the carpet back in the car. We almost sold this, and then one of you guys flaked and didn't buy it. And that was the best thing that ever happened because now we're using it, baby. This is the first step in it, like, finally coming together. Oh! Wiener Schnitzel's closing down.
So I was able to zip tie it up, get the fuse box in place, and tuck it all in the thing, and that's great. So now we can finally put the dash in.
Did you get all the wires to be where they needed to be?
Do I milk moms?
Oh, what? Mom. Did Calvin milk you? No.
That's a yes. Go get the dash.
Oh, okay. Oh my god. Calvin.
What?
Dude, I'm trying not to be too immature, but like, come on, man.
I need another one of those pieces of cardboard.
Yeah, I got you, dog.
That was fucking disrespectful.
Dude, it smells like McDonald's and ketchup.
I don't know how Calvin got that in, I'll be honest with you. How did you?
You have to go like this.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, my. Can I have the bit for this, though?
Ooh, that's gonna be tough.
Oh, Tej. Oh. I can't believe you just did that, homie.
Hey, what do you cut that?
I got it.
Oh, you got him?
I got him.
Okay, here.
got
here.
Oh, my eyes!
You got it, Kelv?
What are you looking at, Tej? TJ smells good.
Well, that's because the...
It's not my birthday. Is it your birthday?
No, why?
Because TJ brought all that cake. Happy birthday, me. Let me just blow on the cake.
Oh, hell yeah.
I just want to say that I think it's really, really cool that not only were we able to fit the dash back in, but We have full AC and heater. And we were able to keep all of the vents. In my 370Z, we got rid of a lot of like the directional like tubing that like feeds the air. Somehow, everything was fit in this car. That to me is pretty incredible. Like the fact that we were able to put a full bar back there and Dylan was able to trim all of that. That's nuts, dude. Do it. Oh, dude, it's perfect. Zip tie that to the harness.
Oh, this?
Oh, look how good that looks, bro. All right, you gotta move.
Put it in.
Glove box incoming.
All right. And so we have to trim just the top side of the glove box a little bit, and it'll fit up here. That'll be super tight having a full glove box. What? That can make it.
Ow! You
Oh, dude.
wow.
No.
Okay, so we're at our stopping point for today. As I mentioned earlier, we're really trying to get this car to Grid Life this month. Grid Life is March 31st in South Carolina. If you're in the area and I don't see your ass to come say hi to me and Dylan and Peppercino and to see the hauler, I'm gonna be mad at you. So if you're in the area, get your ass to Grid Life and come say hi and see this car we've been building. Secondly, we are really trying to get this car to make it in time. If we try to do everything we want this car to look like, we're not gonna make it in time. And that's putting back all the interior, trimming all the rear panels, and making everything look super, super special. I don't think we're gonna make it. So to try to make this for Grid Life, we're gonna try to go and test this car next week. I'm looking at my calendar right here. That's what I'm looking at. We're gonna aim to try to test by the end of next week. So our real timeline of what this car is gonna look like is get our hydro mounted, which means we need to figure out where my seating position is gonna be, where my steering wheel is gonna be, so we can get a rough idea of where that's gonna get mounted, so we can then just weld that to the side of the trans tunnel. And then it's really gonna be focusing on getting the suspension set up. Although we have it all together, we still need to cut the tie rods. We still need to get the thing aligned. We still need to get our ride height. We still need to go to the dyno with the car. And we still need to fill it with fluids. But I think that's kind of it. So that's definitely doable by the end of the month. We're going full steam ahead. We're gonna put all that stuff behind us. And if we have extra time, once all that like priority stuff is done, we'll try to do it before Good Life. This also has the most insane livery in the whole entire world, and I can't wait to show you guys. We're trying to reveal at Good Life. One of those things, if we have time to do it, we'll do it. But there's a lot of cool stuff coming up with this, so stay posted. We're gonna be jamming on it, and I'm really stoked to see that you guys are enjoying the series. I'll see you guys in the next episode. Thank you so much for watching. Peace out, and keep moving forward.